Hey everyone, and welcome to Geeky Rollers. Get the head turned right. Yes, we have a bit of a name change going on. Some of the changes we've been making around recently. We've changed the name recently and moved away from Crit Takers as I feel the Geeky Rollers represent us as a group a little bit better than the Crit Takers did. Now, as I've said, this change comes with a few other changes as well. One we did discuss and talk recently a few months ago on Facebook. Still kind of a personal matter for us, still something we'd kind of like to move forward and move on. So we would appreciate it if people would not comment, speculate, or ask us about what's going on. We're not going to tell you. It's going to be a private matter for us and everyone involved, basically. But moving on from that, completely moving on, and some good news and wonderful news that is coming your way as of right now in this announcement. So, for those who've been following us since we started end of 2019 area, can't remember exactly when. I think it was sometime in August or around that time. It's a long time ago. Not really. We were pre-recording videos and releasing them, eventually getting to 2 videos a week, doing every Thursday and Sunday. Well, coming up, we are going to be changing that now. When we come back, we will be live streaming our videos from Monday nights. Yes, that is right. We will be live streaming. Means all the laughs, all the dice rolling, all the silly voices that I can figure a way how to do will be coming directed to you, live from this very room, from this very table I'm sat at. And we shall be doing this Monday evenings. Obviously, except for whatever Mondays we probably can't do because we all still have full-time jobs. Bit more on that later, but yes, we'll be coming to you Monday nights. Stream will start roughly 10 past 7, but the game won't officially properly start till about 7:30. Thus means you can get the stream going, get everything ready for yourself to sit and watch this, and have plenty of time, preferably, before we actually get the rolling of the dice. Next, you're also going to know a little bit of a different format to what we've been doing so far. Obviously, format we had done was very similar to some of the other streaming and pre-recording D&D games out there, where at the beginning of their D&D game, they have a bunch of announcements and talk about the sponsors who might be sponsoring their show. Side note, if anyone wants to sponsor us, by all means, we'd be welcome, and we'd be open to talking about sponsorship. Thank you very much. We'll be changing that. And we did that first, but we're going to be changing that to doing it on the bit before the show and during our breaks as well. So we're doing like little funny commercials or random messages that will appear up during that time to explain about some of the announcements that we might have with some of the music stuff that me and Neil will be working on and things like that, any events that we might be doing, any big nights we're planning or anything like that. So you'll see those cropping up and appearing up as and when they kind of come. That means that once we start playing the game at 7:30, when hopefully we all kick off and start rolling the dice, it'll be straight into the game. So we will not be wasting your time with pre-announcements for certain things, and it means that we at the table get to spend more time playing the game as well, which means we can get further along in the story. In some cases, for me, the DM who has to write all this stuff. All the fun and joys. Some of the other things you're going to notice, we have a bit of a different layout as well. We've had, obviously we've messed around quite a bit with cameras and pre-recording. Best kind of part about pre-recording is you can have quite a few cameras and kind of shoot it off and pre-record and just edit afterwards. Well, as we're doing live stream, we've kind of had to rethink how we do this, rethink how we have all the tables set up. Initially we had 2 tables. I was very far away from the players. And the table set up just so we can have room to put a map down. Now, it's different. For those of us who followed a bit last year, roughly around this time last year, me and Spink, we actually handcrafted the table, which I am currently sat at. You'll get plenty of wonderful shots, hopefully, off it from the way we have the camera set up. And additionally, we did have 3 cameras we were using. We've now gone down to just 2 instead. So we have one facing me and a couple of players, and one facing the other players, which angled them right, you can actually just see the table, you can see everything that's going on, and it's making it feel a bit more like what it is, a home game for us, because we are playing in mine and Spink's house. So, and the other side of it is tech-wise. We don't have a bunch of money to spend on amazing, wonderful, fancy tech to be able to have a big studio and several cameras and all the technology behind doing this multi-stream and people behind the stream to run it. The 5 of us you see sat in front of the cameras are all the 5 of us part of this group. That's it. We have no one behind the scenes. We have no one else. Great, too. Couldn't pay them, unfortunately. It'd have to be people who would be volunteering their time to help us, but it is what it is with us, and we are making the best of what we can do and the circumstances. So hopefully, I mean, this is kind of what our essence is we're a D&D group who are at a core just a bunch of people playing D&D, want to video it, and share our adventures with all of you lots. Because who doesn't like D&D anymore? Yes, I'm rambling on a little bit. The script I had written for this magically got deleted off my computer, which makes me so happy. I think that's all the main changes that we have kind of gone on. Which means, and now to the main announcement. Yes, I've just talked about that. We'll be going live streaming, ending of the recording, and I'm sure you're kind of wondering, for all our fans who keep kind of like, oh, where are they? Where are they? I want to see what's going on with these guys. Well, we do have some absolutely wonderful, amazing news. We are coming back. I wouldn't be doing this video if we weren't coming back straight away. Well, not straight away, but at least at some point in the future. And thankfully, you do not have to wait long. Monday, 18th of October, yes, as I am recording this video right now, it is the next Monday to follow. We will be coming back live streamed Monday nights, and we'll be picking up on the next story arc. We kind of got really lucky when the pandemic and everything hit and the lockdown started, and we had to basically stop playing the main campaign because, unfortunately, we had to. But yeah, we stopped at the very end of a big story arc, of this big war story arc that was going on well, the main not the main continent anymore, but the prime continent of where this story is taking place. And so, which means that from next Monday, I get to start on the next story arc, which I've spent the last year and a half developing even more, so it's now more developed, and it's... I'm looking forward to seeing my players play through it. I know my players, everyone's looking forward to playing through it again, things like that, and hopefully this story arc and a few other things, we're going to have a few guests. I've been talking in the last year and a half to a bunch of close friends of mine, not just mine, but of all of ours, who have openly talked and showed keen on possibly jumping in on the table for a session or two, which would be absolutely great. Who doesn't love more people get involved in Dungeons and Dragons? But yeah, that's all of all the announcements I have here to say. Sorry, a little bit of a sinus build up. Still getting hay fever in October. It's fun. But yes, that is everything I want to share with you guys. I want to do a little video instead of trying to write on a big long message, because I know for personal thing, not everyone read those messages. It's easy to watch a video, someone telling you what's going on, than you trying to read an entire message and go like, get halfway through and like, oh, I'm bored, I'm not going to read the rest of this. But no, we're doing this little video for you guys to see, and this announcements. I mean, I don't know what we call this. I mean, this is just us doing an announcement, or me and myself, because we all have jobs still, and I couldn't really get anyone else to help around with this. But yes, I'm coming back next Monday, 18th of October. We'll be live streaming, carrying on, and beginning the next story arc of the campaign with four players and myself. And yeah, we got some more things that we are in the talks of, including getting back up the Day in the Tavern podcast and a few other things that we all would like to do to more contribute to this wonderful society that we're all now a part of. So, until next Monday, guys, stay geeky and keep rolling.